What is the molarity of sodium chloride in a solution prepared by diluting 20 milliliters of 0.6 molar sodium chloride to 100 milliliters? In this problem, there's a key phrase here. It's the word diluting, and it means that we're going to be using the dilution formula. The dilution formula, which is something you are likely familiar with at this point, can be written as M1V1 equals M2V2, or C1V1 equals C2V2. So the difference between these is that the M1s and the M2s stand specifically for molarity, which is what we're working for in this problem. And the C stand just more broadly for concentration. Okay. So I'm going to use, I prefer in chemistry the M1V1 equals M2V2. And this works well for whatever volume units you have, as long as your volume units are the same. If you get different volume units, then you need to put them into the same units. I have the same units here, so, and then there's one other thing about reading this problem, and that is when you see the word of means multiply in almost all chemistry and math problems. So I will end up multiplying these two numbers in my answer as on my way to finding the answer. So now the smaller volume will typically be your more concentrated volume. And I tend to make this the more concentrated set of numbers, my M1 and V1. So, and my M2, V2, my more dilute. So I'm going to plug in my, this is I guess my V1 and my M1, so 0.6 molar and 20 milliliters as my V1. I don't know my M2, and I do know my V2. And now I can rearrange to solve for M2, which is what we're looking for. I need to divide through both sides by 100. And I guess I would divide through both sides by 100 milliliters, including my units. That way I get my whole number on the right side to cancel out with units. I get my milliliter units to cancel out on the left-hand side, and now I know what my multiplication and division looks like. 0.6 times 20 divided by 100. I get molarity 2 is 0.12 molarity. And you would put in the number just 0.12 for your answer. Any questions about that?